Yo, what up guys, it's your boy Williams Fitness back again with another video. So, is this the worst Mr. Olympia on record in our generation? I'm guessing from ticket sales it may well be. Now, I went on the Mr. Olympia site earlier today, just because I wanted to just see if they'd updated the actual qualifier list. The only thing I get annoyed about was with who's qualified is, I don't get why they don't just put a list together of who's going. No one cares who's qualified. If they're not going, no one cares. So just put a list together of who's actually going. It should just say who's going to be there. Let's see who's going to be there. Because they keep throwing Hadi up there and Phil and Sean and Rami, and they're not going. So I'd rather just see a final list rather than, have to work, do math basically on the point system. But that's by the by. That's my little rant for the day anyway. So I was obviously trolling around the Olympia site, and obviously there's like 36 days left to go. And I thought, I'll have a look at the tickets, see how the tickets are doing. Because like most of you have probably done before when you've booked tickets for a concert or a show or whatever, you normally see where's available, what tickets are still left. So I went on, and I'll put this on the screen. I took a couple of screenshots. One, just because I wanted to show the different scale in pricing. Which can be an issue. Obviously, it's a big show, and it's it's like the Super Bowl of bodybuilding. I just think it can be way overpriced, considering it's basically in Vegas every year. You've got your travel expenses, your hotel expenses, but obviously, they sell out. They normally sell out, and I say normally. However, not this year, guys. Not a fucking chance in hell. There is going to be a lot of empty seats this year. There are quite literally thousands of seats that still remain unsold. Now, the only reason I'm so adamant that they will probably carry on and continue to remain unsold is most people make travel arrangements well in advance. Well in advance. So, obviously, there's 30 odd days to go, and there's probably a couple of paydays and a few paychecks people still got to pick up before they book the hotel or, their accommodation, where it's an Airbnb, whatever it may be. So I will double check on this, in, maybe a week and a half's time. But to be fair, most of these tickets should have already gone by now. And the other reason I want to stipulate this, why most of these tickets should have gone, is because of the expo itself. Now, don't forget, you've got a lot of pro athletes already attending the expo itself. You've got a lot of pro athletes that will be on stage, and I'm presuming if they're, because most of them aren't main stage, they would have to purchase tickets for the big show. They already know they're going, and they've still not bought tickets themselves. And there are quite literally hundreds of athletes that compete from, men's physique, bikini, figure, there's an abundance of people. Plus their little entourages that go with them. Most of these tickets should have been sold by now. So when you've got the likes of Brandon Curry and everybody else jumping on social media asking you to buy tickets, I thought that was a bit weird, but I'd seen it done, a couple of months out last year with Phil, and then he never mentioned it again. He was never constantly jumping on getting people to purchase tickets. My only concern from this is, obviously, they keep raising the cash prize, and obviously that has to reflect ticket sales. So will that cash prize drop the following year? I mean, maybe I'm just over, speculating on this, but ticket sales are down. They're not selling. Obviously, you've got the mid-sections already sold out. Obviously, that's going to be a little hot spot. The press and the judging takes up a huge section. And obviously, a lot of these seats are on the outskirts, but the middle section, it says no seats available. So, and I'm presuming that's what? It says per section is 100 plus. So they've sold, 3, maybe 400 tickets? That's it? I mean, I'm just guessing here. I mean, it doesn't look like there's a fucking million seats in the middle. It looks like there's an absolute shit ton of seats still remaining on the outskirts. And this show normally sells out. What do you guys think? Personally, the ticket sales do represent this year. Regardless of who we want to win, etc., it's not going to be a fantastic year on that Olympia stage just because of who's missing. Now, don't get me wrong, that isn't going to take away from who's going to be the Olympia winner this year. We've just got to run with it at this point. But It's not looking good, is it, guys? Let's be honest. Most of these tickets should have fucking gone by now. And let's not forget, all these tickets on the outskirts of this stadium, venue, whatever you want to call it, are the cheaper tickets. And they're not selling. They're $115 a ticket. And then the closer you get to stage is $146. Goes right up to $225 plus, your tax or whatever you have over there, your VAT. So maybe they need to drop the price. I can't see it being sold out. Comment below, guys. I'm waffling on now. Just comment below. Do you think this is, with all the shit going on with Rami, Phil, Sean, even the little minor blips with, Bonac and Neil Hill, do you think this is all having a shit effect on the Olympia this year? I personally do. That's my opinion. I've been me. You've been you. Peace.
Protein bars are self-explanatory. Protein.
I want to make sure that the protein that I'm putting in my body is really natural.
I really want to find protein bars that have whey protein isolate.
But whey protein isolate, that's ideal.
It's a solid protein. It makes me feel good.
This is the Outright bar.
Outright bar.
Sounds delicious.
Pretty excited about this.
Whey protein isolate?
That's the best kind.
Okay. This is good. This is a protein bar for real?
This is great.
I'm gonna get sustained energy and it has enough protein to help sustain my muscles. You couldn't ask for anything more.